Chosen one, this is not a statement of chance or random favor. It is a decree written into your destiny. What has been placed in you is not ordinary, and what flows from you cannot remain common. The chosen one is set apart to carry a frequency that elevates everything they encounter. Where others see limitation, you carry expansion. Where others see ordinary, you bring excellence. Where others accept what is given, you transform it into something greater. To be chosen means to walk in an atmosphere where mediocrity cannot survive around you. When God has decided that everything you touch will be premium, it is not only about material things, it is about the quality of your presence, your words, your ideas, your energy. You are marked to upgrade the spaces you step into. Before we go deeper, I invite you to remain with this message until the very end. There is an energy that activates when you receive the full word, and I encourage you to release your intention into the atmosphere by writing in the comments your warmest wishes and the number 144. By doing so, you are not only declaring what you desire, but also energizing the universe with collective vibration. Your wish, combined with the seal of 144, will ripple outward, aligning with the divine field and drawing what you carry inward into outward reality. This is a moment to plant seeds into fertile soil, seeds of hope, vision, and manifestation. Now, chosen one, understand this truth with clarity. To be marked by God as someone whose every touch turns premium is both a privilege and a responsibility. It means you can never again look at yourself as ordinary. The days of doubting your worth are over. The time of questioning your impact has ended. You have been chosen to show what divine excellence looks like in the world. Everything you involve yourself in will shift upward in quality, in value, in impact, because the essence of God's decision rests on you. It does not matter if the world rejects you, if people underestimate you, or if circumstances seem unfavorable. The decree overrides the noise. Once God has decided, no opposition can reverse it. This decision means that you are a carrier of transformation. Think of the spaces you enter. Environments weighed down by heaviness will feel lighter after you leave. Conversations clouded with confusion will carry clarity when you speak. Projects that looked like they would collapse suddenly stabilize when your hands are involved. This is not because of human effort alone, but because the chosen one carries an unseen mantle that redefines outcomes. You are not just a participant, you are a changer of atmospheres. The decree that everything you touch will be premium means your life is a walking upgrade for the people and environments connected to you. But this level of grace also explains why you have faced resistance. The enemy has always tried to make you doubt your touch, to question your ability, to lower your standards, to feel like you do not matter. You have been placed in seasons where no one valued your contribution, where people overlooked your presence, where doors closed in your face. Not because you lacked value, but because the world was not ready to acknowledge it. Yet God was watching all along, preparing the moment where the same touch that was ignored will now be sought after. Everything you went through was part of refining your awareness of who you are, so that when this decree manifested fully, you would not underestimate yourself. The premium quality that flows from you is not limited to physical possessions or achievements. It is also about your character, your resilience, your endurance. When others break under pressure, you rise. When others give up, you persevere. When others lose their sense of self, you hold fast to your essence. This premium quality cannot be bought or faked. It is cultivated in the hidden places where you were tested, where you were shaped, where you were isolated. That is why chosen ones often walk lonely paths. You were not designed to blend in with average. You were crafted to stand out as evidence of God's excellence expressed through human form. Do not take lightly the fact that this decree, everything you touch will be premium, was decided by God. This means it was determined before you even stepped into awareness of it. Long before you questioned your worth, long before people misunderstood you, long before your trials, it was already settled. You were already marked as a carrier of this vibration. This is why certain environments could not hold you. It is why certain jobs felt suffocating, why certain relationships broke apart, why certain opportunities did not work out. Not because you were not good enough, but because you were too premium for those spaces. You cannot fit where you were never meant to belong. Chosen one, when you walk into your destiny with this decree, expect shifts to happen quickly. The energy of premium attracts alignment, resources, and elevation. When you put your hands to a project, excellence will demand to be birthed. When you commit to an idea, expansion will call it forward. When you enter a space, the very atmosphere will adapt to your presence. Some will notice it and be inspired. Others will notice it and be envious. But no one will be able to deny it. That is the power of divine decision. It does not require permission. It simply manifests. And yet, there is responsibility in carrying this. To touch and make something premium means you must never settle for mediocrity. You cannot cut corners. You cannot operate from laziness. Your standard is higher because your assignment is higher. Premium does not mean perfect, but it does mean intentional. It means you put your heart, your spirit, your excellence into what you do, knowing that God's decree amplifies your efforts. If you try to live beneath that standard, you will feel the weight of dissonance in your spirit. You were not built for half measures. You were built to elevate. This decree also means that your journey will be watched. People are looking at you, often silently, sometimes critically, but always watching. They want to see if what you carry is real. They want to see if the chosen one will truly manifest what is said about them. And you will, not because of human perfection, but because of divine decision. Your life is a living demonstration that God chooses whom He wills, and when He decides, the outcome cannot be denied. That is why your failures in the past did not disqualify you. Your mistakes could not cancel the decree. The decision was made before the errors, and so even those errors became part of your shaping. Everything you touch being premium also affects your relationships. Not everyone can walk closely with someone marked by this decree. Some will celebrate you, but others will try to compete with you. Some will draw inspiration from your excellence. Others will try to use it for themselves. You must discern carefully who deserves access to your touch. Because if everything you touch becomes premium, then not everyone should be allowed to place things in your hands. Your time, your energy, your creativity. These are sacred. If you pour them into the wrong vessels, you may still elevate them, but at the cost of your own alignment. Protect your gift, chosen one. Understand also that premium is not always flashy. Sometimes the premium quality you bring is invisible to the world, but undeniable in the spirit. A word of encouragement you speak may shift someone's entire life. A decision you make in silence may ripple into generations. A seed you plant may become a forest long after you are gone. Premium is not always about immediate recognition. It is about lasting value. And the chosen ones are marked for lasting value. Your presence is not temporary. It leaves a legacy. Chosen one, Hear this clearly. You will never again have to prove your worth to those who cannot see it. You do not have to explain why you stand out, why you think differently, why you move with a standard that others may not understand. The decree explains it all. Everything you touch will be premium, because God decided it. That decision is above every human opinion. It is above every past failure. It is above every doubt you've ever had. It is sealed in eternity. This is your reality. You are stepping into a season where the world will begin to recognize the excellence you carry. Do not shrink back. Do not downplay yourself to make others comfortable. Rise into it boldly, with humility, but with certainty. Walk with the awareness that you are chosen not just to receive blessings, but to embody divine excellence. Wherever you go, whatever you do, whomever you touch, it will be transformed. Premium is not what you chase, it is who you are. When the decree that everything you touch will be premium begins to unfold in your life, you will notice that the world around you cannot help but shift. Things that once resisted you suddenly begin to move in your favor. Opportunities that once seemed unreachable now present themselves with ease. This is not coincidence. It is alignment. The divine decision placed upon you starts to create ripples in the natural world, adjusting circumstances so that your path is no longer blocked. Where once you felt doors slamming shut, you will now see doors opening that you did not even knock on. These are signs of the decree manifesting. Your relationships will also begin to transform under this decree. Some people will be drawn to you with a magnetism they cannot explain. They may not even understand why, but something about your presence will feel like elevation to them. They sense that being near you upgrades their own lives, and in many cases, it does. When you speak, clarity follows. When you support someone, their situation improves. When you believe in someone, their self-perception shifts. This is the premium energy flowing outward from you. But you must also be careful, because not everyone who is drawn to your light is there to honor it. Some are there to take advantage of it, to consume it for themselves without giving anything in return. You must discern between those who are aligned to grow with you and those who are only attracted to the benefits of your premium touch. Influence is another dimension of this manifestation. Even when you do not seek it, influence will begin to surround you. People will start listening more closely to what you say, watching more carefully what you do, and even following patterns you did not intend to set. This is why you must be intentional in everything. To carry the decree of premium means that your influence multiplies without your permission. A small act on your part could have a massive impact on someone else's life. A word spoken lightly could be taken as divine direction. That is the weight of the chosen one's presence. You do not just live for yourself, you live as an example, whether you like it or not. Externally, you will begin to see your projects, ideas, and efforts rise in value. Something you create may suddenly attract attention far beyond what you expected. Work you considered simple may become admired for its excellence. A skill you once underestimated in yourself may become the very thing that elevates you before others. This is the decree reshaping how the world perceives what you produce. The chosen cannot produce mediocrity. Even in areas where you feel limited, the premium energy ensures that your contribution shines brighter than you realize. This does not mean that everything will come without resistance. In fact, as your touch begins to transform more, you may face increased opposition. Some will not understand how you elevate without effort. They will question your authenticity, criticize your growth, or try to discredit what you carry. But this too is part of the manifestation. The decree makes you undeniable, and when people cannot deny, they often resist. Do not take their envy or criticism as proof that you are wrong. Take it as proof that you are walking in exactly what was spoken over you. Resistance often follows revelation. Another outward sign of the decree is acceleration. What once took years to accomplish may now take months. What took months may now take days. Premium energy does not operate in delay. It attracts divine timing that speeds up manifestation. You may begin to notice that things simply fall into place. Connections happen effortlessly, opportunities align seamlessly, breakthroughs occur suddenly. The chosen must learn to adapt to this acceleration because it will feel overwhelming at times. But do not resist it. You have been waiting long enough. This acceleration is not to rush you. It is to restore what was delayed. Your presence will also begin to redefine spaces. Walk into a room, and the atmosphere shifts. Speak into a situation, and the direction changes. Place your hand on a project, and the results elevate. People may not always be able to explain it, but they will feel it. You are the variable that changes the outcome. This is the power of the decree in action. Your very existence becomes catalytic. Even without effort, things upgrade around you because excellence is in your essence. In relationships, this decree creates both closeness and separation. Some people will be elevated by simply being near you. They will rise with you because your energy carries them upward. But others will distance themselves not because you pushed them away, but because they cannot withstand the standard you carry. Premium exposes mediocrity. When your life rises, some will celebrate you, but others will feel threatened by your growth. Do not chase those who leave. Trust that the decree is making room for those who belong in your new season. You will also notice that provision begins to follow purpose. When God decides that everything you touch will be premium, resources attach themselves to your hands. Where you once struggled for support, now it arrives without strain. Financial blessings, opportunities, creative ideas, partnerships, all begin to align. This is not so you can indulge in luxury for yourself alone, but so you can build, pour out, and leave impact. Premium is never just about possession. It is about progression. You are resourced not only to enjoy, but to expand. As this decree manifests outwardly, your confidence will deepen. You will begin to trust your own instincts more, because you will see the evidence of your premium touch everywhere you go. Doubt will no longer have the same grip on you. You will understand that your life is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of decision. You were chosen, and once chosen, nothing can reduce the value you carry. This confidence is not arrogance. It is alignment with truth. And the world cannot argue with results. Chosen one, recognize this. The decree is not future tense. It is present. It is happening now. You are walking in it even when you do not realize it. You are already premium, already elevated, already marked. Everything you touch is already rising in value. The more you walk in awareness of this truth, the more visible it becomes to others. It has already been decided, and now it is unfolding in real time. Chosen one, when the decree that everything you touch will be premium begins to manifest consistently, you will soon realize that this is not only a blessing to enjoy, but a mantle to carry. The chosen are not elevated for personal comfort alone. They are entrusted with the responsibility of embodying a standard that others can look to. To carry this decree means you cannot live carelessly, because every move you make ripples into greater consequences. A careless step can affect many lives, just as a wise step can open doors for generations. This is why divine decision is never given lightly. It requires maturity to sustain it. One of the first responsibilities in carrying this decree is discipline. Premium cannot be maintained without discipline. If you are careless with your time, your energy, your words, the decree will still rest on you, but you may delay its full impact. Discipline ensures that the premium quality flowing from you does not scatter into waste, but channels into purpose. You must learn to say no to distractions, to manage your energy wisely, and to recognize the difference between what is urgent and what is important. The chosen one cannot afford to live like everyone else. Your schedule, your focus, and your habits must reflect the weight of what you carry. Balance is another key to walking with this decree. Premium energy attracts opportunities constantly, and not all of them are meant for you. Some doors open to test your discernment, not to expand your path. You must learn how to filter what is aligned with your calling and what is a distraction disguised as an opportunity. Without balance, you can burn yourself out, chasing everything that comes your way, rather than focusing on what is meant to multiply your destiny. The chosen one learns to ask, does this align with my purpose? Does this serve the mission? Or is this simply noise? Balance allows you to protect your essence while still expanding in the right directions. Carrying this decree also requires humility. Premium is not meant to inflate your ego, but to glorify the source of your calling. The moment you begin to see yourself as the origin of this excellence, you risk distorting it. Remember, it was decided of God, not created by you. You are the vessel, not the author. Humility keeps you grounded while still walking in confidence. People will admire you, and some will even worship what you carry. But humility reminds you to redirect that energy to the divine. Without humility, the premium essence turns into pride, and pride has the power to undo what was built. Responsibility also means protecting your environment. Not everyone can handle the premium vibration you carry, and not everyone deserves access to it. Just because you can elevate something does not mean you should. If you pour into people, projects, or places that drain you, you will find yourself exhausted and frustrated. Premium is sacred. It must be invested, not wasted. The chosen one learns to guard their circle, to surround themselves with people who honor the gift rather than exploit it. Protecting your environment is not about arrogance. It is about stewardship. The wrong environment can suffocate your excellence, while the right environment multiplies it. Another dimension of responsibility is legacy. Premium is not temporary. It is eternal in its impact. You must think beyond your present moment and consider how your actions shape the future. The decisions you make now will echo into generations. What you build, what you speak, what you model, these will outlive you. The chosen are called to create a ripple that continues long after they are gone. When you live with legacy in mind, you move differently. You are not swayed by instant gratification because you are building something lasting. Every touch becomes intentional. Every act becomes a seed. Carrying this decree will also challenge your inner life. When everything you touch turns premium, you must constantly check your motives. Are you touching to serve, or are you touching to exploit? Are you elevating for others, or only for yourself? The premium essence is magnifying. It multiplies whatever is already in your heart. If your intentions are pure, the outcomes will bless many. If your intentions are selfish, the outcomes will still appear successful, but will leave you empty inside. This is why the chosen must maintain integrity. Your inner life determines the quality of what manifests outwardly. Spiritual discipline is essential. Beyond discipline in daily life, you must remain anchored in the unseen. The decree is divine, and so it must be sustained spiritually. Prayer, meditation, reflection, and solitude are not optional. They are necessary to keep your vessel aligned. Without connection to the divine, the chosen one can drift into burnout or pride. But when you remain rooted in spirit, the premium flow continues effortlessly because you are constantly replenished at the source. The chosen who neglects their spiritual foundation may still produce, but they will feel drained. The chosen who remains aligned will produce without exhaustion, because they are plugged into the infinite. You will also learn that carrying this decree makes you a target. People will try to discredit you, misrepresent you, or pull you into conflicts that are beneath you. This is because the premium energy exposes what is lacking in others, and some people would rather attack you than confront themselves. Do not waste energy trying to prove yourself. The decree does not need defense. It proves itself. Continue to walk in excellence, and the results will silence every critic. Time will reveal the truth, and those who once doubted will have no choice but to acknowledge the premium touch you carry. Chosen one, understand this clearly. Carrying the decree is not about perfection, but about alignment. You will still face challenges, still make mistakes, still learn along the way. But none of these can cancel the decision made over you. Your responsibility is not to be flawless. It is to remain faithful, to keep showing up, to keep touching with intention, to keep walking in awareness. As long as you remain aligned, the decree continues to manifest, regardless of circumstances. Finally, remember that responsibility is not meant to weigh you down, but to elevate you. When you carry this decree correctly, it does not feel like a burden. It feels like purpose. Purpose gives you strength, even in difficulty. Purpose gives you direction, even in uncertainty. Purpose gives you fulfillment, even when recognition is absent. And purpose is what the decree is truly about. Everything you touch becomes premium because you are living in alignment with why you were created. When the decree that everything you touch will be premium begins to overflow into your reality, its effect cannot remain contained to you alone. The chosen one is never marked only for personal elevation. The decree is designed to impact everyone who comes into your orbit. Family, friends, communities, even strangers who encounter you briefly. All of them will feel the ripple of what you carry. This is why you have often felt like your presence changes the atmosphere without you trying. It is not coincidence. It is the decree in motion. In your family, the premium energy begins to rewrite generational patterns. Where cycles of lack, limitation, or struggle existed, your touch introduces breakthrough. You may notice that your growth becomes an open door for those connected to your bloodline. The wisdom you speak shifts how they see themselves. The resilience you carry inspires them to persevere. The opportunities that open for you create possibilities for them as well. Generations before you may not have had this decree manifest so visibly, but through you the premium quality begins to set a new standard. You are not just living for yourself, you are rewriting the story of your lineage. In friendships and relationships, your presence creates elevation. People who walk with you find themselves rising, not because you force it, but because excellence is contagious. Your standards awaken something in them. Your discipline challenges their comfort zones. Your victories ignite hope in their spirits. Many may not even realize at first why they grow when they are near you, but it is the decree manifesting through you. Yet this is also why not everyone can remain in your life. Some will feel uncomfortable around you because your excellence exposes their complacency. They may distance themselves not out of hate, but out of resistance to change. Let them go. Those who are meant to walk with you will embrace the growth, even if it stretches them. In your community, the decree shines like a beacon. You may not even set out to lead, but your actions, your presence, your contribution begin to influence the collective. The chosen are not always elected leaders, but they are always followed. People will observe you, draw inspiration from you, and adjust their own lives based on what they witness in you. This is why the decree carries such weight. It turns your life into a model, and without even realizing it, you become a standard-bearer for those around you. Communities shift when chosen ones rise because the atmosphere they create becomes impossible to ignore. Even strangers will feel it. A conversation with you may plant a seed of courage in someone's life. A gesture of kindness may restore hope in someone who is ready to give up. A word spoken in passing may be the very thing that redirects a life. Everything you touch becomes premium. And sometimes that touch is not physical. It is energetic, emotional, spiritual. You are carrying a frequency that upgrades people even if they do not know your name. This is why encounters with you are never accidental. Every meeting, however brief, carries the potential to shift someone's trajectory. But as this decree touches others, it also reveals truths. Some will be drawn to your light with pure hearts, ready to rise with you. Others will be attracted by envy, seeking to take what they cannot create. This is where discernment becomes crucial. Not everyone who wants to be near you is meant to benefit from you. Some are only there to drain, to exploit, to bask in your glow without adding anything in return. The chosen must learn to give wisely, to pour selectively, to recognize the difference between genuine hunger for growth and parasitic dependence. The decree is not meant to be wasted on those who have no intention of evolving. As the decree transforms others, you will also feel the weight of responsibility growing. People will look to you for guidance, for answers, for direction. Some will project expectations on you that you were never meant to carry. This is the challenge of visibility. The world begins to assume you are their solution. But you must remember, you are not the source. You are the vessel. Your job is not to carry everyone's weight, but to direct them to their own potential. To remind them that what flows through you is evidence of what can also awaken in them. The chosen do not exist to be worshipped. They exist to awaken. In the wider world, the decree establishes influence that goes beyond your awareness. The work you do, the words you release, the standards you live by, these reach farther than you can see. A piece of art, a business venture, a message, a choice of integrity, all of these can ripple across nations, impacting people you will never meet. That is the power of premium. It does not stay local. It travels, it multiplies, it touches lives far beyond your reach. This is why chosen ones are so important. They are carriers of impact that stretches into unseen places. At times, you may feel unworthy of this level of influence. You may question, why me? Why was I chosen to carry this? But chosen one, the very fact that you ask shows your heart is aligned. Those who carry the decree with humility never abuse it, because they understand the weight of it. You were chosen not because of perfection, but because of purpose. And your purpose includes elevating those around you. The decree would not be complete if it only blessed you. Its true power is in how it multiplies through you into others. And so, chosen one, walk boldly in this truth, knowing that everything you touch is destined to rise, not just for your sake, but as living proof that God's purpose through you is unstoppable.